Hello everyone and welcome back to So What If I Sew, or welcome if you're new. My name's Jess and this is my channel all about sewing, dressmaking and all things stitch related. And today you join me for another mend with me session slash let's finish lots of works in progress so we can just crack on with our lives and create more space in the sewing room. But that's not a snappier title. So this purple bag next to me will be familiar to those of you who are repeat viewers. We're doing some mending. This is the work in progress bag. Anything that is slightly broken, very broken, just not quite finished, needs hemming, all goes in this bag here until I have time to sort it out, which I never do. And now I'd quite like the space back in the sewing room. I'd like a lot of the things in that bag to be able to wear. But also, it's one of the last days of my annual leave before I go back to work. So by the time you see this, I will have been back at work for like a week. And I'm also going to use these garments to road test fully the Singer C240 Featherweight. That review will come out first, but I'm filming them on the same day because it felt like a nice sort of two-in-one thing and I have time while I'm off. So I'm gonna set up a little sewing corner now in the living room because Adam is back at work, so obviously needs the office. So I'm gonna set up a little sewing corner, I'm gonna put a film on, and then I'll tell you what we're up to. Right, the stage is set. I am surrounded by piles of stuff. So if I turn you around all this way. So the pile with the pink stuff in it is to be mended, so it's ripped or it's got holes in it or whatever. The sort of black and white pile there, sorry, there's two. The one on the floor is refashion, so stuff existing things I need to shorten or change the hem on or do something with. There's a pair of jeans in there I might make into shorts, we'll see. And then on the chair is stuff that just needs their works in progress. So for example, this dress, which I love and wore last summer, has never actually been hemmed. And also the straps on it are completely the wrong position at the back because I did a sheared panel in the back. I forgot that would change the placement of the straps, so I need to change that today. There's also a Tammy had made Priya dress in there that is not seasonally appropriate for now, but I would like to finish because it's beautiful. There is a slip skirt I need to do something with. What else is in this stack? There is a chalk and notch fringe dress, which again I have worn with the sleeves pinned in place rather than just finishing it. So I need to do that. And I also, oh no, that's the other sleeve. It's just not been, yeah, that's a mess. I've got a pair of pajamas I just need to finish putting the elastic into and putting the ribbon through, and then they're done as well. And I've got a top to hem. So we have 3 stacks. We're going to start with the works in progress first because I know what needs to be done on each of them. It's just a case of doing it. So let's take, should we take first this one? So this is my hack sort of Franken mashup of the Tammy Handmade Rhea for the tiered skirt and the Friday Pattern Company Saltwater. I did a sheared panel in the back for comfort because it's a summer dress. There's an elastic, waist elastic there, adjustable straps like the Saltwater. It's very, very long. So I need to hem it. It's the right length for me, which is great. I need to go along, trip all those hanging little threads off because it's viscose, so it's done that. And then I need to move the straps at the back. So I'm going to have to unpick this bias binding here. And helpfully I know where to put it because the line of the shearing is there. So I'm literally just going to move this, unpick this, move it along to there. And this is a great job to test the featherweight on as well because I remember sewing this and it was difficult because it's what, 1, 2, 3, it's 5 layers of fabric. No, actually it's even more than that. It's around 5 layers of fabric, and even though it's a viscose, it's a chunky little bit, and I had to hand turn the wheel. My heavy duty was fine, it went through it, but it was a slow sort of creeping through it, whereas I have a feeling the featherweight's going to crack through it. So we're going to do that first. Oh, would you believe it? I've brought everything into the living room except my unpicker. So I'll go and get that. That was hubris, wasn't it? So I'll move these straps to here. it looks like it won't work, but then when it's on, that's exactly where they need to be. And currently these are sat roughly to the back of my shoulder blades. So we'll move this first. I have got NCIS on the TV, which I'm enjoying. It's just a throwback and I'm enjoying it. And it's exactly the sort of, like, you don't have to watch NCIS, you can listen to it. It's sort of to the side of me so I can see it vaguely. But you don't really have to concentrate to know what's going on. So, ideal mending viewing. Right, I am going to time-lapse the unpicking because no one needs to sit and watch me unpicking this, like, to time. You'll have better things to do with your lives. But then I will reconvene for the strap placement. So here we are. I've clipped this the straps so that I don't accidentally twist them when I put them back on, because that is always the fear. Here we go. So they're now both moved to the back of the shearing panel. Don't know if you can see that there. So I just need to basically do another pass over the back bias binding, really. And then just finish all this off so it's all clean and neat. And then that is part one of this one done, and then we will get on to the hem. I don't know if I can use my rolled hem foot on the featherweight because it's a dual feed system. It has its own dual feed feet. So I might go and have a look and see if they've sent me one, because they sent me, Singer have sent me a selection of feet to use with it. So I'll go and have a look and see if there is one. But if not, I'll do it the old-fashioned way and fold it myself. And oh God, I love my rolled hem foot so much. I've forgotten how useful it is. Right, let's get these on and done, and then we can move on to hemming this, and then it's something off the list. These are all pretty summery, but it would just be nice to have them made, and then when I get into summer, they're done. And the work in progress bag is clear, which is the absolute dream. Side note, you'll see me using a lot of clips in this video. Like, I do use clips, but my Liberty's pincushion is still missing. I cannot find it anywhere. I'm absolutely gutted. The last time I remember having it was on my desk. We have pulled everything out of the office and it's gone. And not only am I upset because it's my Liberty's pincushion, it's beautiful and I love it, it also has about 90% of my pins in it. So I've lost, and they're all my nice colourful glass head pins. I'm so upset. So I'm going to I have to use clips. I have left the pins that were in garments when it went missing. So I've got a few left, but not nearly as many as I actually need. So I'm going to be using clips, but it's so frustrating. It's really silly, because it's a silly thing to be upset about, but it had a lot of sentimental value. A very good friend of mine bought it for me, someone I used to work with. She was my boss actually at the time, and it was like a really nice, very sentimental, completely unexpected gift. It's beautiful, and so I really don't want to have lost it, but I cannot find it anywhere. So hopefully I can discover it. Like, part of the process, my God, I can't speak today. Part of the reason I am also clearing through bags and spaces and tidying is so that hopefully I can find it. I'm hoping it's been bundled up within some fabric, and that's why I can't find it. But goodness knows, really, at this point. Anyway, let's do some sewing. I jumped straight onto job 2, I'll be honest, and I popped some elastic in this. So this is a slip skirt. It's pretty roughly done. It's bias cut. I modelled it off a ready-to-wear one that fits me really well. I've just used the mock safety stitch on here. I'll go through and overlock it probably afterwards, but it's not fraying, so it'll stay. I might wash it first and then overlock it, to be honest. But the skirt in question is one I got from Marks and Spencer's for £7 instead of 65. No idea how that's come about. I got it last year in the sale, and I wear it all the time, but it's blue. So I wear it a lot in with like a black jumper and black boots, or in the summer, but I wanted a lighter version. So I made this white skirt here. It's sort of slightly cow print and fun, which I just, you know, I enjoyed. It's abstract. It's abstract enough to not immediately be cow print, but it's also a little bit, you know, it's kind of fun. But I thought it'd be a nice one for the summer because the majority of my wardrobe has a black base. So I thought it'd be nice to have something with a white base on it. And I'll be able to wear it in the winter as well with jumpers and stuff and tights underneath. So what I've done is just attached the elastic and then with the stitch line it folds over to create its own little waistband, and then I just need to hem it. I think I might wait till I've got my rolled hem foot. Also I have just trimmed the hem again, so and it's bias cut, so actually I'm gonna have to hang it up and let the hem drop, but the waistband is the first job to be done, so that is progress. Hooray! Now what is next? I think next, oh, I've caused an avalanche, is these pajamas. So there's two jobs to be done here. First is to get the elastic in. Oh no, I'm losing it. There we go. Is to get the elastic in and sealed and then evenly distributed. And then the next job is to get the ribbon, which was proven to be really difficult last time, so I left it. That's why I ended up in the bag. I was getting frustrated. Is I have a lovely ribbon that actually came off a handbag purchased many years ago now. Oh god, quite a few years ago now. And I just thought it actually went really nicely with the cotton, and I'd like these. Frankly, I'm running out of pajamas, and this is the only thing left because they're hemmed and they're made. They could do with an iron because they've been in a bag for a while, but they're ready to go. I just need to do these two things. So first things, I will do a box stitch on the machine to secure this elastic, get it in, get the waistband distributed well, and then we will attempt to get this through with minimal swearing. Now, somebody recommended to me to use a kilt pin, or they said like a baby diaper pin, but what I'd call anyway, is a Scottish person a kilt pin. And I do have one kicking about somewhere. The other day I also did this with, I did it with clips, but that's not going to work here because it just keeps getting stuck in the seams. So I might try kilt pin. I think that might work. I'd be lying if I said this wasn't very frustrating, but I'm going to do this today because I really want to be able to wear these. They're cotton, they're going to be so comfortable. I love the fabric. How cute is that? So let's crack on and stop procrastinating and do it. Here we go. So it's through now. Because lots of you have joined me on the journey of, oh my god, threading through things through waistbands is really annoying. I have this seam clip. It's a seam allowance clip for big stuff. It's like 2 inches. So I'm saying Outlet, I have loads of them because they come in last year's advent calendar, maybe something like that. Anyway, I've got loads of them. I don't use them that much unless it's really big stuff, but it turns out if you tie a ribbon around there and thread it through, it's huge. It just goes straight through. That was the easiest. It took me hours to get this halfway around last time. So this is my new method now for waistbands where it's like a ribbon or something, like small elastic, but anything that can be tied, this is being used because that was brilliant. So now I have a new pair of pajamas to wear tonight. Yay! I'm throwing stuff over the back of the sofa so I can do a bit of batch ironing. Because I might as well. There's nothing here that needs to be ironed before I do anything to it. Like, it's all doable. Now, next on the list, I've momentarily lost. There it is. It's behind me. Is my chalk and notch fringe dress. I'll be honest, I've worn this one quite a few times, even though the sleeves aren't actually finished. So what I need to do is fold the sleeves back on themselves from the inside. Basically, this goes over this, enclosing the seam, and then we just need to pop a button on the outside. I believe the tabs are already on the inside. Yes, they are. So we already have tabs, and I've already done the buttonholes on the inside. So I literally just need to fold this back and then find 2 small black buttons, which I definitely have. But that's a 2-second job. Whereas stitching in the ditch and doing this properly is not. I have enlisted my new stitch in the ditch foot that I'm using on the featherweight. It's actually listed as a stitch in the ditch foot, so I'm really excited to see how this works. So let's finish this, and then I'm trying to decide what my last thing of today will be. I have 2 choices. Either we finish this amazing yellow Tammy handmade Priya. The bottom skirt is done. It just has to be gathered. It's a very lightweight, like silk. And the neck has to be bound. I could do that quickly now. So this is the top of the dress. So it's all done and everything. I just need to add the bottom tier. And it's beautiful. It's a fabric actually that Adam's mum got me from India from her recent trip. Had a mind blank there. I also need to do the elastic on the sleeve. So actually there's quite a bit left to do on this, but it'd be nice if I could do something on it. So maybe I bind the neckline. So that's one option. The neckline binding is here. It's just bias binding, so it'd be pretty quick. The other option is that I hem this, which is what I did last time. Well, in our last video, I chopped half of this off to make a raglan top rather than a raglan dress. I love it. It's gorgeous. I just need to hem it so I can start wearing it. Okay, right. Based on the fact that this has quite a lot left to do with it, this needs black thread, which is currently on the machine. So does this. And I want to be done by the time Adam finishes work. It's a nice imposed deadline as well, because otherwise I'd be here all night, and I do need to like move around, do some yoga, read, you know, the other things I want to do with my day. So I am going to leave this for the weekend to have a crack at, because I want to be able to wear this for Soya Leporendo. So it does need to be done by March. It won't be my make for Soya Leporendo, it'll be one of them, but it won't be my make for Soya Leporendo, but I just like having lots of yellow things to wear while Soya Leporendo is happening. Speaking of, if you are a fabric brand sewing shop owner who would like to sponsor the 3rd year of Soya Leporendo, please get in touch. I'm starting to get in touch with people who've already expressed an interest this week. Yes, by the time you see this, I will have already been in touch with people. But yeah, if you'd like to support us and make this year even bigger than last year, I'd really appreciate that, as would the 1 in 10 women currently battling endometriosis. So let's do these 2, and then we're going to be done for this time. We've actually cracked through a lot today. The last time I did one of these, it was like a Saturday morning. I was going somewhere in the afternoon, so I was just cracking through a few bits. Whereas this time I have had most of a day sat at home just wanting to do something productive that also involved sewing, that involved using my new machine, and that was very chill. And this has been incredibly chill because there's no pattern reading. There's no, like, I don't have to think about any of this. I know what needs doing, I just need the time to do it. So today was a fantastic day for that, actually, just getting a moment to myself to do some of the jobs I just need to do. So, feeling positive, let's do these 2, and then that will be us for today, I think. Here we go. So I have finished the arms. I've pinned the end of the strap in place where the button needs to go, just to remind me. So it can go back. Needs a press before the button goes on anyway, so we can put it in the mass ironing pile. and head over to our final make. We just need to hem this. So I'm going to give it a snip for any loose threads. Actually, I cut it cleanly, so there shouldn't really be any. So just double hem and then away we go. Oh, feels nice to have, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, which, to be fair, when you're mending and you're sort of working up the courage to, it's 5 things less in the bag, which is pretty good. So left we have 1. I just need to take, I could probably do that actually tonight. Just, I need to take some snaps off something to use them on something else. So 1 work in progress left. And then 2, I've had a look at my mending. I think there's 1 that's fixable but needs my overlocker. There is 1 that I don't think is fixable because it's chiffon, it's just split, and there's no excess fat, it's French seams, there's no excess fabric to pull it together, but I'm gonna have to have a look because it requires more brain. And the other one, I also really just want to run through my overlocker because I fixed it twice on a sewing machine, not this one. And it keeps splitting, so I'm just gonna do it on the overlocker. And then whatever happens, happens. And the refashions I'm going to leave for today because I'm not in a super creative frame of mind. However, the fact that we've smashed through all but 1 of the works in progress is pretty good. So let's do our last one and then we're home and free. So that is all from me today. Thank you guys. It's been really, really nice to crack through some of the mending and work in progress bag. The bag is getting smaller, which is good because I don't really have space to have a work in progress bag. And yet here we are. As a sewist, I will permanently have one. I think it's like handbag theory. I don't know if you've heard this, but the bigger your handbag is, the more stuff you will find to go in it. Thus, I feel if I get a smaller work in progress bag, then I will be more aware of my works in progress and thus get through them quicker. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm really happy with what we got done today. I'm now going to go iron a load of stuff, which you guys don't want to watch really, because it's all done. It's just very crinkly. And then, so I'm filming this. I'm filming this early. I'm so organised at the moment. It's not going to last. Beginning of January vibes. Whoop. I'm filming this on 12th night, actually. So I've got to get a lot of Christmas decorations down. Not that I believe in the sort of the arbitrary luck stuff, but it is a nice moment to go, I should not still have a Christmas tree up. And sort that. I've taken down everything so Adam can saw up the Christmas tree when he gets home. But then, because that's the bit I can't really help with. So I've put everything away and I've got some hoovering and some tidying to do. And then hopefully some planning for sewing projects for my birthday and some Sew Yellow for endo work. So all that remains for me to say is thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.